Our next game sees a repeat of the midweek Carling Cup quarter-final between West Ham and Everton. An early chance for the Hammers to avenge their last-ditch defeat. Commentary at Upton Park, courtesy of Tony Gubber.
Nolberto Solano replaces Luis Boamorte as West Ham seek to revenge that Carling Cup defeat. And James Collins replaces central defender Danny Gabidon. It's an attempt to curb the threat of Everton's Yakubu. 4 goals in his last 2 games, 10 in total for the season. West Ham will be looking to put a little bit more fire into this encounter, having conceded victory to Everton in that quarter-final of the Carling Cup in midweek. Scott Parker with an early show of intent, which has stung the ankles of Philip Neville. Mullins, Lucas Neal. West Ham continuing to pressurise this Everton defence here. Lundberg! Oh, somehow Tim Howard has saved it. Freddie Lundberg darting into the space after some very neat passing. And he was one-on-one against Tim Howard, and the Everton goalkeeper somehow gathering that in. Parker trying to thread it through to Cole. Here's Ashton. Oh! Scott Parker has been at the heart of everything for West Ham so far. A brave diving header to win possession back, and then the ball launched forward, touched on by Dean Ashton. And how close was that? Flicked on by Cole. He's found Ashton. Solano chips it in first time. Parker! Oh, it was clever by Scott Parker. Another great break from midfield. And with a flick header that he tried to lift over Tim Howard. Mr. Perpetual motion at the moment, Scott Parker. That's in here for Pinar. Driven into Yakubu. It came back off him. Everton have it. It's Osman. Chipped in. It's headed back in there. Yakubu! He's popped up with Everton's goal in the 45th minute of this first half, after Everton have been pegged back by West Ham for a long spell. It was Cahill who headed it back in, and Yakubu stooping to steer it beyond Robert Green as he came off his line. And that's goal number 11 for the season for Yakubu. It's going to be a corner. Just listen to the crowd. Flipped on by Yakubu. Scott Parker seems to be popping up all over the place. And he's got a great cross in. Oh, that's just a little bit too deep. It's been stolen. Here's Yakubu. And Robert Green came and he didn't gather it. Arteta. Neville. Cahill was coming back from an offside position, and here's Osman. Oh, and he's lifted it over Robert Green, but over the crossbar as well. And it was Tim Cahill coming back from an offside position, which distracted everybody there. And suddenly West Ham stopped playing. They hadn't seen Leon Osman coming in behind them. Carsley. Now he's found Pinar in space. Yakubu! This was the danger for West Ham. Not enough defenders back. Carsley. Lee Carsley. Oh! Thunderbolt from Lee Carsley. Rebounded off the referee. Touched over by the fingertips. This is Noble. Searching for an opening. Ashton heads it down. Lundberg was there. Referees watching carefully. West Ham are battering at Everton's door. And Curvishly wondering what more he can do. Still trailing Everton 1-0. West Ham are playing now without any defenders. Everybody's pushed forward. Neville over the top for Andy Johnson, and here is Andy Johnson, and Robert Green's off his line. Here's Andy Johnson, he can wrap it up, and he has, and West Ham have paid the price. They didn't have anybody back to defend, and Andrew Johnson, just on as a substitute, has confirmed that Everton will beat them for the second time in the space of 4 days. It came off the head of Upson, and Andy Johnson was free, and Andy Johnson has just lifted that over the top of Robert Green, and it bounces into an empty net, and Everton march on.
Is this terrific run of form in any way a throwback to your disappointment at having lost the Mersey derby against Liverpool?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Sadie which went against us, and I think we've sort of said, well, we're not going to rely on decisions to go for us. We're going to try and do it ourselves. And to be fair to the players, they've kicked on and done really well.
Perhaps where we was left wanting there today against a decent side in Everton was that we needed to take that first chance, and we had a glorious couple of chances and we didn't take them.
People are starting to take note of Everton.
Well, hopefully not. I think we like it when I think we're always last on match of the day. I think we're always a little column in the newspapers. I think that's the way that we like it. We just think we're creeping up on the rails, and we're just going about our job very nicely. And I think we've got a lot of quality in our team now, and we're getting better and better.
Well, you're certainly not always last, and there won't be if they keep playing like that. 10 wins and 2 draws in the last 12 games.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Since the Merseyside derby, they really have kicked on again. Talk about confidence, full of confidence, but also I think just the way they play at the moment really suits them. And the signings that they've made, they've really started to gel. And they play this system, which is a 4-1 formation.
It seems to be working for them.
Well, the thing is, the key as well is for the midfield players. I mean, it's very much Yakubu is the fulcrum. But, the midfield players, I mean, Arteta and Pienaar can go anywhere. Cahill and Osman always run the other side. They're prepared to run the other side of Yakubu. Kazi just sweeps up in front of him. But it's also very interchangeable as well, which is a key for them. And Yakubu, he looks like he's lost a little bit of weight. He's working harder. He started to score. He's a good player, this fellow. He scored goals or whatever. But look, the way they get numbers now into the opposition penalty area, and they've got goal scorers as well in there, in Cahill and Osman. We circle Osman there, always prepared to run from midfield, from deep, should score from here. And again here, Pienaar, who's improved dramatically in the last kind of month and looks to play. But look at them busting a gut to get into the opposition penalty area, Everton. They're a real handful as well now, and they know how to do the niggly bits. This was the goal he scored. There's Osman. We know where he wants to run. He's going to run in there. He's going to take the defender in with him. We circled Upson. Upson's not quite sure at the moment whether to take Yakubu. Then he suddenly knows the ball's coming to the back post. He can't get there. Cahill gets in there. Onto Yakubu. And there's your goal. I mean, they were right, West Ham, so far as Lundberg had a really good chance. But the thing about Everton as well is they've got a few scrappers in there.
Got the same points as Liverpool now. Finish above them this season, won't they?
Move on.
I'm not ready to.
But Moyes is a great manager. Moyes has done a terrific job there. He's got them organised. He's got them playing. He knows when to leave people out. They weren't totally enamoured with Yakubu. Left him out. Come in, bit of confidence. He's got the best of them now. And it's just unfortunate they're always on last, and there's Lineker's ex-club as well, but never mind.
I'd have no say in the running order.
Oh, well, you're telling me and Laura that, but you decide everything in this programme.
Those things. I'll decide now to ask you about West Ham.
Well, I think if you look where West Ham...
Not a great week for them.
They've been beaten by a good side, though, to be fair. And if you look where they were last season compared to now, then generally they'll be happy. They're in no danger of whatsoever of going down.
And they're missing players, aren't they? They've got long-term injuries, so they'll be fine.